All right, let's go to Paul Blackburn, All-Star for the Oakland A's, joining us here on 95.7 The Game. Hey, Paul, thanks for doing it, and congratulations, man.
Hey, thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
Can you take us through how this works? Like, how do you find out? When did you find out? What was your reaction?
I found out Sunday before our last game against the Astros. We had a travel meeting in the clubhouse, which we don't really do often. And then we went over the All-Star break and just guys going home, having safe travels and all that. And then we kind of Kotz said some really nice words about our All-Star, and then he let me know that it was me, and it was just awesome just being able to share that moment with the guys that have been in there, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and congrats again, because it's coming up here sooner than you think. Have you had time to really plan out what you want to do other than the game itself? And yeah, you're hoping to get in and pitch well, but any of the shoulder activities and the entourages, are you starting to put together the itinerary?
Yeah, I'm honestly just excited to enjoy an All-Star festivity. I've never experienced it, obviously, from a player standpoint or a fan standpoint. Just being able to have my friends and family there that have kind of been with me through this whole ride, it's awesome. It's going to be a great experience.
And looking at your log, like when are you pitching next? You got a turn here coming up soon this week, right?
Yeah, I'm pitching tomorrow in Texas.
Okay, and so that sets you up pretty nicely, right, to actually pitch in the game.
Yeah, no, I believe tomorrow is my last start of the first half before the All-Star game, so hoping I come in there fresh and, I get an inning.
Has this been like a visual for you? Like, can you imagine what that's going to feel like walking onto the field at Dodger Stadium?
No, I've tried to put myself there, just like mentally and envision it, but I don't think the feelings that I have for that are gonna equal the feelings that I already have in my head mentally for it.
I can't imagine what that's like. And when you come out on the line for the national anthem and all the pregame festivities, I'm sure the adrenaline will be off the charts. And you got to be able to step to that line and feel good about the year you've had now, pitching more innings than you had yet in your career and really cementing yourself as a legit elite starter in the league. Yeah, no, I mean, when stepping on those lines and just being around all the great players, it's going to be amazing, and just the year that I've kind of had this year has been incredible. It's been a lot of fun. There's a lot more to go here. There's a lot more things we want to accomplish and get better at through the rest of this year as well. And that's kind of my main focus.
Paul Blackburn, pitcher for the A's, headed to the All-Star game, joining us here on Willard and Dibs, 95.7 The Game. You were born in Antioch. Did you grow up an A's fan?
I grew up a Giants fan.
Hey,
he says it with such sadness.
Hey, Paul. Paul, nice job, dude. I'm just saying, from a Peninsula kid. I mean, I get it. So then, what's that dynamic like? Putting this uniform on, having grown up a Giants fan.
No, it's awesome. Still, the history that has been, with this organization. I probably went to more A's games growing up than I did Giants games. In high school we used to go up to the all-you-can-eat section, and me and some buddies, and we would sit there and watch a game and eat all the ice cream and nachos that we could. Just memories like that. But no, it's awesome. Just being able to play for a hometown team, and seeing the people that I grew up with, the friends, family, everyone that pops into games, always lets me know I'm there. Try to take the time to say hi to them. It's just awesome.
That's fun. And do you get any friendly razzing from your old friends who were Giants fans with you about now pitching for the Bay Area's other team?
No, honestly, I think a lot of my friends I grew up that were Giants fans, I think are slowly or have not yet already turned into A's fans. So it's been fun. It's whenever a Bay Area team wins, it's awesome for the community and everything.
Paul, take it from another son of a teacher. We just found out that your dad's a sixth grade teacher, and our producer Kyle actually had him in class back in the sixth grade, which I think was only like 2 years ago, right, Kyle? But I like my dad was a high school teacher, so I know what it's like to cruise around town when your parent is a teacher. Like, you have a very public job. I bet he gets recognized more than you.
He does. Yes, that is a fact. He does. When we were younger, we'd go to the grocery store, and I feel like we'd see 4 or 5 people that knew him. Just going through there, and then even today, I was telling Kyle earlier that I feel like there's more people that come up to me that are like, "Hey, your dad was my teacher," than like people. I feel like people actually even know who I am. They're just like, "Hey, you're Mr. Blackburn's kid."
Right.
Like, I just feel like that's kind of what it is. It's kind of funny.
I'm sure that's like that for all the All-Stars next week. Like, you could go over to Juan Soto and be like, "Oh, you're Jaime Soto's son." Like, try that with him and see what happens. I don't know what Juan Soto's dad's name is, so that
was an unofficial ad lib.
Took a shot. Yeah.
Exactly. Paul Blackburn here, All-Star here on Willard and Dibs, 95.7 The Game. Obviously, challenges of being a major league pitcher are things that we would never understand the day in and day out, but is the added distraction of the stadium conundrum, does that weigh on you guys at all as you try to go through your day-to-day knowing that, the future of the organization is kind of in a weird limbo?
I wouldn't say it's something that, we sit there and think about a lot. Like, it's definitely like it's out there, and like people, within the clubhouse and everything realize that it's out there. But, a lot of it's just kind of out of our hand too. And we see little articles and all that about what's going on with the Howard Terminal and, all of that. So, we try to limit ourselves to that. Like I said, we don't really have a say in any of that. We're trying to do the best we can on the field, for the community and for the organization and fans. So that's our main focus.
I mean, Paul, it's interesting because you're one of the guys who you might be with the A's for a while. You've still got your arbitration process to go through. So that phrase that I know players don't love, team control, you're under team control for 3 more years. So I take your answer at face value that you just gave us, but in what way does a relocation sort of hang over your head? Because you may well be with the team if and when something does go down on this story.
Yeah, if it's one of those things. If it happens, then you adjust. That's kind of what I feel like. Just athletes in general, we're able to adjust in different circumstances, and it'd just be one of those things where we'd have to adjust wherever that may be. It's just kind of part of it, I feel like.
And part of the adjustment for you has been a new manager and a rookie skipper. How has it been so far this year, watching him adjust to life as a manager in the bigs?
It's been awesome. I feel like Kotz has done a really good job with our group. His main message coming into spring training was all about communication and building confidence, and I feel like he's done that. He's a guy that knows when to say something and what the right things to say, and there's also times where he kind of lets guys kind of figure it out. I feel like he's done a great job. I love playing for him every single day out there. I love going to war with him. Got nothing but great things to say about him.
Hey, Paul, when I say April 27th earlier this year, does that pop for you? Do you know what that night was?
April 27th.
Man, it was a nice night. It was balmy, I believe. Unseasonably warm, Paul.
You didn't know you have to take a quiz, but since you're the kid of a sixth grade teacher, I figure you're used to this.
I honestly am not sure what was April 27th.
So it was when you threw 5 shutout innings at the home of your hometown team that you rooted for, the San Francisco Giants, in a 1-0 victory, and I'd love to hear what that meant to you.
It meant a lot. That was... I think that was my 3rd time going there. Never pitched there. Just being able to going out there and stepping on that mound. I don't know. It's kind of like lost for words a little bit with it. It was an awesome experience. Just playing in the stadium where the team I rooted for growing up, going to games there, and then being actually able to pitch there, it was awesome.
What are your memories of the 10, 12, and 14? Because I'm just doing my proper Googlage and realizing you were in high school when they won the first World Series. Do you have any early kind of pre-teen and teen memories of the dynasty of the early 10s?
Yeah, I went to I think it was game 5 against the Cardinals in San Francisco in 2012, I believe that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to that game, and then I was drafted. And quite honestly, when I got drafted, I kind of you just root for the team that you're with, and so like 14, like it was cool to see him win, but I don't think it, like from a fan standpoint, to me, it didn't really like mean as much as 2010 when I was a sophomore, and it's the first time I really ever saw him win. I mean, I remember them losing in 2002 to the Angels, and that's the first time they kind of won when I was a kid and as a fan. So that's probably the most memorable for me is 2010.
Paul, really cool just to kind of dive into this story, and I'll admit it maybe in ways that I wasn't going to before. We're really going to be watching for you next week, and hope you get in the game, and just congratulations again. That's a whole lot of fun, man.
Yeah, thank you very much. I hope I'm getting in that game as well. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. All right, there it is. Thanks, Paul.
Hey, thank you, guys. You have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, you too. Paul Blackburn, All-Star for the Oakland A's. I mean, come on.
Yeah.